What's good, family? Shout out to my doggy, Keefy G, for sending in them coins and boosting up your man the YB's JSA. No doubt. Oh man. Oh man, it's bad right now. For your man's Eddie. Down bad. Hearn. I kid you not. People think, oh, YB, why do you always have a go on Anthony Johnston? Why do you always have a go on Eddie down bad? Hearn. Listen, I don't try to, and I'm going to prove to you, I don't try to. I swear down. I'm not going out of my way. I really ain't, but people who know me know, number one, I go on a case-by-case basis, but number two, I go with the facts, and the facts are the facts. So, let me give you, man, some background now. Obviously, you've seen the title, Eddie Hearn. Exposed, or Eddie Hearn caught down bad, sleeping in the back of his car in his suit from 2 days ago. He's been wearing his suit all week. He's mad. But like I said, let me give you some background. So like two twos. I'm minding my business, yeah? Minding my business. Not thinking nothing about AJ. Not thinking nothing about Eddie Hearn. Two twos. I'm reading my comments. And one general, I believe he's a Mexican general as well, because he's in the US. Now we know Dazn had a show in the US this weekend, and it was some kind of a Mexican show, I think, or certainly a Southern American show. Now I'm not sure. I think there was some two small dons fighting. I think they were 118s or one of them 122 cats. Either way, some small cats. I don't really follow them small cats in boxing, so either way, it was some South American small cats show. Eddie Hearn was putting on Dazn, and one of the YB's generals was there. And bear in mind, like I said, I haven't been soliciting people to tell me about Eddie Hearn. Minding my business. Two twos. I see a comment come through. I was in Phoenix last night, so that was where the show was. I was in Phoenix last night, and Eddie's suit. It's not funny. It's not funny because listen. Let's be fair now. We've all been there in life. We've all been there when we've been going through it. But listen, that's when you're in the public light, when you've got 1 million subscribers and whatever else, that's how it goes these days. Don't forget, people. When all them months and years, I was out here talking about Eddie Hearn. You man was loving it, and it works both ways. Unfortunately, when you're earning like Hearning. And then when you're sleeping in the suit in the back of the car, that's what it goes. It is what it is. Like I said, I go on a case-by-case basis. When Eddie Hearn was up, I told you he was up. When he down, I'm just telling you he down. That's what someone who's unbiased and consistent does. That's why I'm not like the LDBC. LDBC will rub Wilder off, whether he's twerking, whether he's getting knocked out, or whatever else, whatever other FUCKeries is doing. Me, I don't have no big 6'5" internet boyfriends, yeah? I don't lust over some next man on the internet, unfortunately. I leave that to some of you zesty cats. Anyway, like I said, my South American Donny, Martin Salazar, came through out of nowhere, unsolicited. I was minding my business, and he came through and posted up. I was in Phoenix last night, and Eddie's suit was super wrinkled. Wow, he down bad. The promoter's suit looked like he slept in the back of his car on it. Anyway, two twos. So I message him. I say, I'm dead. Yeah, I'm going to do a vid on this. Have you got any pics? Now, he didn't actually send me any pictures through. But by chance, I thought, you know what? Because to be fair, it's the internet, isn't it? So I'm not going to, even though I know most of the YB subscribers are generals, I'm not someone who's just going to do some fake news. Oh, I'm going to run with it. I need evidence. Like I explained, I go based on the truth, and I go based on the evidence. And I'm sure there's a whole bunch of pictures of Eddie Hearn at this show. Yeah? So if Martin Salazar's lying, this video wouldn't exist, would it? Because, oh, he lying and he capping. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look at the pictures that Eddie Hearn posted from yesterday. Now, look carefully. Yeah? Look at the arm. No, it's not funny, but seriously, look at the arm there. I don't care what no one says. Bear in mind. Bear in mind as well, Eddie Hearn don't have no cheap suits. Yeah? Eddie Hearn don't have no cheap. I bet his suit probably costs a couple $1,000. At least. So he's in a couple $1,000 suit. And you know Eddie, and most people who wear, well, not most people at the lower end of wearing suits probably get their ish dry cleaned once a blue moon, once a month at the most. Yeah? In fact, when I wore a suit, in fact, no, my suits are about 70 quid from Next, actually. I'll tell you what, Next have some fire suits, you know. But anyway, listen. Go back to Eddie Hearn. So Eddie Hearn's no doubt gets... I mean, Eddie Hearn may even wear his stuff once and throw it out. Yeah? Wear it once and throw. So you've got to bear in mind, people who wear suits once, their suits look crisp. Think about McGregor. McGregor wears a suit once and throws it away. It look crisp. Yeah? And for all the years I've been following Eddie Hearn, I've never, number one, had a commenter tell me he looked like he slept. Don't forget, the commenter didn't send me this picture first. The commenter said, and in fact the commenter even, when I said to him, have you got any pictures? He said no, he hasn't got a picture of it. So he didn't see a picture and then say, oh, I saw him slept in it. He didn't know, my doggy, Martin Salazar, he didn't know that there was evidence of this. He just said, listen, I was at the show YB, minding my business with my missus, watching the boxing, and I noticed Eddie Hearn looked like he slept in... he looked like he slept in the back of his car with his suit on. That's all we knew. That's all I heard. Now, again, I appreciate the internet. I know that even though most of the YB's dons are 100, as Martin Salazar turned out to be, but I know the internet, people can say wild things. People can pick up on the vibe that I'm having a quick go on Eddie, and they can run away with it. So like I said, my integrity doesn't change. I don't suddenly start posting fake news just because it suits the narrative I'm running. No. I look for the evidence, and this is the evidence we've got, people. You tell me what you think. Look at the arm. Look at that right arm. I don't care what no one says. That is crinkled to kingdom come. I've never worn a suit that crinkled. And like I said, when I wear £100 neck suits. And I've never seen a suit that crinkled before. Look at the leg. The straight leg. Creases all the way down it. Crisscrossing creases. Then you got the chest. The chest, same again. Creased to kingdom come. I mean, and I can't lie, for a long time, I actually looked up to... Well, I still look up to Eddie Hearn, as far as being a silver spoon goes. But this, for me, really does feel like... Oh, how the mighty have fallen segment. Do you understand? I remember Eddie in his fresh suit and had a fresh shave and a fresh wash and turning up looking all crisp, and now he's rolling out the back of his car. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm hearing some things that Dazn have cut the funding to Matchroom, so he can't get a hotel and he's in the back of his car, and one of them ones. It's quite sad, really, but listen, what can I say? Yeah, because all I know is, I know Eddie Hearn fans are going to be mad now. Oh, YB, you know, you're in the basement, and Eddie Hearn, listen, all I know is, I guarantee this, you won't see no picture of me in no suit that's all wrinkly looking, yeah? This is mad, this is wild. Yeah, but we really do need to... People, it's funny, people told me, YB, you're lying. You know, Eddie Hearn family didn't really contact you and ask you where he was the other weekend when... But this shows you, really. It shows you... This, for me, should be an advertisement for mental health. And it should be an advertisement for life and circumstances. We know Eddie Hearn, he's really had it his own way, hasn't he? He came out on the scene in 2010. He was given all the big fighters at the time, Carl Froch and Kell Brook and whoever else. And this is really the first part of bad luck he's gone through. And it seems to be the final nail in the... Or it seemed to be the straw that broke the camel's back was losing the Fury and White bid. That's when it looks to me all these things started happening. That's when he started sleeping in his car. Do you know, do you know what I'm saying? Sleeping in his suit in his car. Yeah, in the back of his car. That's what I'm hearing anyway. 100% now. Again, you man tell me, and that's I want to hear from the Eddie Hearn fans. I want to see what you say about this, because like I said, I saw the comment from my doggy who saw it. So we got, think about the data points we've got here. Number one, we got first-hand evidence, but that's not enough for me. It wouldn't be enough for my dog Martin to tell me YB, I saw him, his suit looked like he'd been slept in. That wasn't enough. Yeah, we don't do that here. We don't do hearsay. However, what we do, we got a source, and I mean, this is the most creased suit I've ever seen. Yeah. So all I'm saying is all I'm saying is Dazn. I know that Eddie, I get it as well. I understand that Eddie has blown a whole bunch of money on bum fights. Yeah. I can't lie, I was sceptical at the time, but the way Eddie was prancing around, talking about I'm the $1 billion man, I thought, okay, well, he's the $1 billion man. But in the back of my mind, I knew that this ain't going to end well, or this ain't going to last. You can't be putting $40 million into an Alvarez versus some bum fight. Alvarez was getting paid 40 mil for random bum fights. Against Avni some Turkish Don. There's no way they made half of that on that fight. Or yet they were paying AJ 40 million for AJ versus Ruiz. There's no way they made 20 million on that fight. Do you understand? So I knew it's going to come back in the end. And it seems to be Eddie Hearn's had his Dazn have cut Eddie Hearn's hotel budget. And that's why he's been posting up in the back of his car. I've been hearing he's been renting cars for the day and then just sleeping in the back of it before the show. Wanting to save on the travel costs as well. Because normally Eddie would just fly back and forth. I saw one, remember a few years ago, Eddie was like, yeah, I've just flown on the private jet back and forth from this state to that state. Now, he travel in the car. Yeah, he in the car and he's sleeping in the car on the way there, one of them ones. That's what I'm hearing now. I'm hearing now when Eddie Hearn goes from different states, he drives and then he sleeps in the back. He pulls up into one of them trucker stops and just sleeps in the back, and then one of them ones. And in a way I feel bad because people say, YB, you made videos about Eddie Hearn disappearing, but the truth is he was travelling interstate. Yeah, that's where he went. He was travelling for a week. Takes time, you know. When you're on a private jet, that can get you there in a few hours, but when you're travelling interstate, between states in America, it takes days sometimes to travel. And that's where Eddie Hearn went. He was travelling to the next show in the car and sleeping in between, driving and sleeping in his suit. It's mad though, but listen, end of the day, yeah, what goes round comes round. Eddie, you burnt all of Dazn's money off, and now, I mean, it won't hurt you, will it? It won't hurt you to live how most people go through a stage in their life, yeah, where they've got to drive a long time and sleep in the back of their car, and one of them ones. Most people have to go through that, and if anything, it builds intestinal fortitude. Yeah, get you nice and mentally strong, keep you sharp. And even though I have noticed Eddie Hearn fraying at the edges, like in some of his, whenever he talks about Frank now, he's getting a bit personal and vicious. Today I heard a quote. Eddie said, Frank's broken. You can even check company's house. These kind of things Eddie Hearn would never have said before he started losing. Before, Eddie Hearn almost took the moral high ground. He'd say things like, listen, I love everyone and I hope Frank does well. But now it's getting personal again because he's losing. But I get it, it's human nature. When you're on top, it's easy to be on top, yeah, and look down and say, yeah, I just want to be friends with everyone. That was Eddie Hearn's line for a long time. I'm on top and I'm happy to work with everyone and I'm happy just to get along. And that kind of attitude makes people angry. But now Eddie Hearn's lost that. He's not coming with that kind of attitude anymore. Now he's throwing shots. Now he's in the thick of it, going through it. But listen, it's not going to hurt, is it? It's not going to hurt for the first time for Eddie Hearn to go through it a bit. Yeah? I think it'd do him good, in fact. It'd do him good to have to live like most people live. Yeah? Going show to show, sleep in the back of the car, and just rocking out in the same suit you've been in for a week. Yeah? No doubt. But anyway, before I go, I do want to say, if you check the link in the comment section, I've posted a GoFundMe for Eddie. Let's get Eddie dry cleaned. Get that suit dry cleaned for your pal. Yeah, we understand Dazn cut your budget, but I'm sure the YB and his dons will get that suit nice and sharpened up for you. Because listen, many people observe Eddie Hearn as a beacon of light. So I'd hate for you to kind of ruin that with your scruffy looking suit. So just listen. I'm sure even I'll chip some in. Yeah, the YB will throw some coins in for you, Eddie, to get that suit nice and sharpened out for you. Yeah, and also I'll tell you what. The GoFundMe will not only get your suit dry cleaned. I'll tell you what we'll do for your next show. We'll get you a hotel as well. We'll put you up in a hotel so you don't have to sleep in the back of the car. Yeah, so we'll get your suit dry cleaned, and we'll get you a nice hotel to post up in, so you ain't got to get all scruffy in the back of your car. Yeah, no problem. That's the least we can do.